If you find a blue ocean to sell to, then it's almost impossible not to make absurd amounts of money. The problem is that everybody is trying to sell the same thing to the same people. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to find those blue oceans, the people that need your offer and can actually afford it, but are not getting bombarded with cold emails and advertisements every single day. I'm going to show you how to do this using AI, and I'm even going to give you a list of these industries that you can start prospecting to right after this video. All right, let's get into it. Right now, you're in one of three places. The first place is you're just getting started. You really don't know who your customer avatar is yet, and that's okay. The second place, this is where a lot of people are gonna fall. Your business is making sales, and you might think that you know who your avatar is, but you haven't really niched down. You don't have any data to support that this avatar is the person that you should be targeting. And then option number three, this is the spot of enlightenment. This is where you found your blue ocean and you've designed your business around serving that specific industry. And if you've gotten to this point, you're probably making FU money and you don't need to watch any further. But most people are in camps 1 and 2. So as you're trying to figure out who you should be selling to, there's a few golden rules that you need to follow. Now pull out your notebook and write this down. I will serve customers that can afford to pay a premium for my service. Now this might sound obvious, but as you start looking into blue oceans, you're gonna find a lot of them. But that doesn't mean that they are a good avatar for you. So before you decide, ask yourself these questions before you start fishing in that ocean. Here are the questions. What type of person makes decisions at this type of company? And you need to think personal characteristics. How old are they? What gender are they? What is their political affiliation? Now, yes, stereotyping is bad. However, it is important to understand who you are selling to, and unfortunately these characteristics are not ones that you can easily filter for in your native ad platform or cold email database. I'm pretty sure that's illegal. But why is this important? If you're a young female with a complex modern AI software company and your social media and your website are covered with pictures and information reflecting liberal values, maybe you got a bunch of stickers and articles on there, that's great. It's your company, and that message is going to resonate with a lot of people that you're trying to resonate with. But if you're trying to sell to farmers and marina owners, you're going to be speaking to mostly elderly, conservative men. And not only is your marketing not going to resonate with them, but your offer is going to confuse them and it's going to scare them away because data shows that certain people are not likely to adopt new technology. And FYI, these examples that I'm giving are not simply stereotypes. I'm obsessed with data, and the farmers and the marina owners, these are data points that I've looked at intently in the past. Okay, so you want to sell to people that can afford you, and you want to sell to people that actually understand and want your thing. But finally, you want to sell to people that other people are not selling to, the blue oceans. All right, to prove my point, let's play a little game. I want you to take 15 seconds and think about 3 industries that have a lot of money that you could sell your offer to. And I'm gonna write down a few that come to mind for me. All right, and just to make it fun, let's not include coaches, consultants, or agencies because that's who everybody is selling to. So are any of the industries that you were thinking about ones on this list? Well, I've got news for you, buddy. You're not alone. In fact, the reason that it's so hard for entrepreneurs to start online businesses and generate quality leads is because 90% of online businesses like you and me are prospecting to the same 10% of companies. So if it helps you to understand, I want you to think about this like online dating. On Tinder, 90% of the women are competing for 10% of the men, while the other 90% of men who are awesome and they have a lot to offer are being totally ignored. But that doesn't mean the entire 90% of men that are being ignored are winners. In fact, they're mostly going to be losers. So how do we pick out the winners from this giant pool of ignored industries? Let me show you. We're going to start with ChatGPT, and please make sure that you're using the latest model. Yes, the one that you have to pay money for. It has the latest data and it's way smarter than previous models. Then I want you to copy this prompt, and you can find this prompt down in the description of this video. Just go, it'll be linked. And by the way, while you're scrolling down there, give the like button a little spanking so that YouTube shows you you more money making videos just like this. And if you love money, then you need to consider joining my Lead Gen Insiders program. It's everything I know about launching and scaling an agency with a focus on things like cold email and AI. I'll show you how to launch a low ticket ad funnel, how to build a cold email machine with almost no money, how I got my agency ranked #1 on every major list. Basically everything that's ever made me money is in this program. Okay, so let's share my screen and show you how to actually find these blue oceans. All right, so we're in ChatGPT 4.0, their newest model. Make sure that you're using this one. If you're using a model, you'll get answers. So here's the prompt. Your goal is to help me identify an avatar for my online business to target. I want to find a blue ocean to sell to. This should be an industry that most people in my business typically ignore. There should be low competition for my offer in this vertical. You must follow these rules. I love giving it prompts with you must follow these rules and then list the rules. You typically get a much better result. The avatar must be an industry that can afford to pay me at least $2,000 per month. And again, if you're in the service space, if you're in the agency space, you need to be charging at least $2,000 per month. It makes everything else much easier. Think about the decision makers that are traditionally in that industry. Is that someone who would buy my offer? 3, the industries you output must not be a common industry targeted by marketers like me. And then 4, output a list of the top 10 industries you recommend. Briefly explain why you chose each one, and then tell them about your offer. So my offer, I sell PR services where I help companies get media coverage. So let's see what ChatGPT gave me. And this is a great example because it wasn't perfect on the first run. So specialty manufacturing, I actually like this one. And then you'll get a little explainer as to why. Medical device companies, another great one. Not a lot of people are targeting med device companies. They're targeting doctors, they're targeting clinics. Software, I'd say no. Stay away from that one, not a blue ocean. Eco-friendly and sustainable products. Great one, especially for PR because they have a story. It actually makes sense. Private equity firms, not a blue ocean. I would not target private equity firms, especially as a beginner. Blockchain and crypto startups, that was on my list. Again, would not target this one. ChatGPT is not perfect. That's why we asked for a list of 10. Health and wellness technology, I actually like this one a lot. So it's getting more specific with the software. And there's a lot of these technology products out there, whether the medical devices behind me or software products. I actually really like this one. Agricultural tech, I like that one. Luxury travel and experience, not really a blue ocean. Biotech startups, maybe. That could be really good, especially funded ones. Now, I didn't love these answers. In fact, I thought they were too common. I wanted to go even more obscure. Now find even more obscure industries that I could target based on my rules. Industries that are ignored by most marketers. And look at the result that I got from that prompt. We have antique restoration services, super unique. Specialty cheese products, historical tour companies, motorcycle builders, high-end bespoke tailoring, fishing gear manufacturers, exotic pet breeders, custom yacht builders. I actually really like custom yacht builders. I might use that. Rare book dealers, luxury treehouse builders. This is actually a booming business right now. For someone who wants to target luxury treehouse builders, you might have a business on your hands. I think the pendulum swung a little bit too far on this one. I thought these were a little too obscure, so I said, that was too obscure. Try a little bit less obscure. And then I got my favorite answers of them all. Senior living facilities, great one. It's a booming industry that's growing fast. This is a great place for a lot of entrepreneurs to start if you're looking for a blue ocean. Renewable energy installers. Solar, wind, etc. So solar companies themselves, probably not, but the installment companies, I think could be really good. Nonprofit foundations, no, I'd stay away from that one. Telehealth services, hell yeah. Nobody's marketing to telehealth services. It's a booming, exploding industry. This is an awesome target for somebody to use. Corporate wellness programs. So this is another exploding industry. This is getting huge and nobody is trying to sell them marketing. And the best thing is a lot of companies who run these retreats and wellness programs are not the best marketers. This is why it's a lot of times really tough to target coaches and marketing agencies. Because even though they have money and they're common to you because you're probably a coach and a marketing agency in some capacity, they know how to market. So they are more critical of what you do and they don't need you as much or for as long. Specialty coffee roasters, love that one. So many potential targets, so many companies you can go after. Urban farming initiatives. I don't know as much about that, but you might, and it might be an awesome target that resonates with you. Cybersecurity. Not a blue ocean, highly targeted. Don't use that one. Craft distilleries. This one could be great, especially if you do local marketing, local SEO, Google Maps work. this is an awesome target for you. Luxury landscaping services. So I really like this one as well. And I like how they picked luxury. So like any landscaping service is probably going to be struggling. Luxury landscaping services sell to rich people. So they will see the value in their marketing and in their branding, and they'll be willing to pay you a premium for their service. So anytime you see it pulling like low ticket, entry level businesses like landscaping service or cleaning service, throw luxury in front of it, and I promise you it will be a booming industry. All right, so you can go ahead and copy that prompt from down in the description, but what do you do once you have this list? Let's pick one of these to use as an example. Let's use telehealth services. I'm going to try and find data on telehealth services. I'm going to open up apollo.io. This is where I get my data from. We're going to come into the search function, and here's what I want you to do. Not a lot of people use Apollo this way. I'm going to show you a really fun little secret workaround that you can use. So industry and keywords. You're going to come into advanced settings, company keywords, advanced again, check all these boxes, include telehealth, telemedicine. You can even ask ChatGPT for different keywords that these companies might use. Now I'm only looking at decision makers. I've got 15,000 people just with that little brief search that I can reach out to in this space to sell things to. That's a blue ocean that most other people are not targeting. But let's say I wanted to go a different direction and I wanted to target senior living facilities. So this is something that's going to have a lot of mom and pop, a lot of local locations. So let's say senior living facilities, Florida. One option that you're going to have is to scrape data from Google. Google has a ton of awesome information, and the tool that I recommend to do that is going to be Lead Sniper. You can get Lead Sniper for $150 one time and scrape Google Maps or Google Search as much as you want. So now that you've evaluated a lot of those different blue oceans, you should choose at least 5 that actually resonate with you that you've just discovered. Now, not all of these are going to be winners. In fact, you're going to be lucky if you found that more than one actually ends up having good results. But that's not the hard part. That was the easy part. Unfortunately, yes, finding the blue oceans to experiment with was the easy part. ChatGPT and Apollo makes our life very easy. Now you need to remodel your offer to apply to this new industry, and it needs to be crystal clear why this industry needs your service and why you are the best person to help them fix their problem. So if you're running Facebook ads, that means that you're creating new ad copy, you're creating new images, you're recording new videos to cater to that specific avatar, and not just their industry. You need to know about that person. And if you're using cold email, that means creating separate drip campaigns for each industry that you're targeting, and each campaign needs to have unique copy that calls out the avatar that you're emailing, as well as their specific pain points and what you're going to do to fix their problem. Now, by getting hyper specific with your messaging, and now you're going to pair that with this blue ocean strategy, you're going to see your open rates skyrocket to 80%. You're going to see your reply rates increase up to 20%. And your paid ads, watch your CTR explode by up to 50%. It's honestly wild. Once you're able to find a blue ocean industry and cater your messaging to that industry, the results that you get are just bonkers. All right, now the next step after finding a successful blue ocean avatar is deciding whether or not you're going to restructure your entire company around that avatar. So at this point, you're faced with 2 paths. The blue pill. Do you continue to use broad messaging on your website and your social media and your general marketing materials so that no matter who hits your website, you have a chance of converting them because it's general enough? And if you stay on this path, you can continue targeting multiple different industries and you'll probably have success in a lot of these different verticals. Or you could take the red pill. If you choose this path, you're going to go all in on one industry, and it's going to be really easy to become a market leader in that blue ocean, which means that you can charge more for your services and you're gonna have to work less hard to get clients, because the more niche you are, the easier it is to sell. Now, if you choose this path, then you can end up pigeonholing yourself into only serving that one industry with that one service for the rest of your business, which also may mean that your earning potential could be capped. And that's probably what you're thinking, but that is heavily dependent on the vertical that you choose. And I promise you're gonna be shocked at how many businesses are in each of these blue ocean verticals. If you wanna learn how to find these leads and reach out to them on autopilot, then you need to watch my 4-hour masterclass. It's everything that you need to know about cold email distilled down into one very long video. Just click on the thumbnail on this screen, and if you thought this video was valuable, I want you to smash the like button so YouTube shows you more money making videos just like this. And if you're not already following Lead Gen J, then you must hate money. I'll see you in the next video.